Good evening. My name is LaTonya Hughes. I've been a PCA worker since 2009, and I used to work for a company called Crystal Care in Richfield, Minnesota. I worked for them for 3 years. They all of a sudden stopped paying us. They were giving us bad checks. They were giving us checks telling us, oh, you can't cash them till after 4 o'clock. So it got to the point where Wells Fargo was the bank that everyone was cashing their checks out. They would have the police at the bank, and because the workers thought it was the banks not having the money to give them for the checks, but actually it was the company. The owner of the company, she would have envelopes on payday where when you come in to get your bogus check, she would tell you, oh, well, here's $10 in gas. That'll get you till tomorrow where you can cash your check. So it became to the point where people were holding in their hand like 4 and 5 checks. I worked for 6 weeks with no pay. And because I had a client that was a paraplegic, where I had to give him a shower and he had a bowel program, so he needed us. And so 2 of his workers quit. So I was the only worker, and then his brother would have to get off work on my time off. His brother would have to come and help out. Finally, I expressed to the man that I can no longer work for you. I'm sorry. I'm not getting paid. I went 3 months behind in my mortgage. I lost my truck. In the midst of trying to catch up, my lights got shut off and my gas got shut off. Wage theft is really real nowadays. And little do we know, an hour or 2 is still considered wage theft. I currently work for a company that they tried it, but because I'm aware of wage theft now, I'm more aware that I found out that they had already billed DHS for the time that I was supposed to work, but they told me not to work, that they were waiting on my background check. But my client needed me. I was his means to food. I would go to the grocery store for him. I would supply his daily needs. I would give him a shower and a bath and cook his food for him. So in the process of negotiating our new PCA contract that's coming up July 1st, I found out from DHS that I should have still been getting paid because I was already in clearance with DHS. I was already fingerprinted and picture taken. So I had a clearance background check already done. So I should have still been getting paid. So I finally went to the company and I said to the guy, I said, well, you know, DHS says that you should have been giving me a check. So you owe me 4 weeks of pay. So he said, okay, LaTonya, don't worry. I'll put it on your next check, but I can only give you half of the hours. And so when it came on my next check, I said, wait a minute, hold on. They took out more taxes, so I only got half of the money that you were supposed to give me. I said, we can't do that no more. I need a whole separate check for the amount of hours that you owe me. And so he asked me to sign a paper saying that he owes me these hours. And I said, well, don't I have to sign a timesheet in order for you to submit it to DHS? He said, oh no, we don't need that. I said, because I know that you've already submitted those hours and you've already gotten paid for it. So I caught him on the wage theft. So now, thank you. So back to Crystal Care, they left, they filed bankruptcy, owing me over $4,000. Bankruptcy cleared them. The only person got paid in that was their investor. So all workers, they owed $1.4 million to the workers that we will never, ever see. And it's still continuing. 6 months later, there was a PCA company up north that they closed their doors. Didn't tell the clients, didn't tell the workers, they just closed the doors and put a sign up. They lost out. Thank you.